Well, good morning and welcome to this week's edition of Coffee with a Coach. I'm actually coming to you a little bit later in the morning from my favorite place in the entire world to eat, which is called Wasabi. Now, I'm up here in Mississauga in Ontario, Canada, and if you've been at any of my workshops, you know that I talk a lot about this place. I mainly use it as an example of what it's like to be engaged to something. Now, real quick, I'll kind of give you the scoop. I came up here to do a workshop about a year ago and got in late, went ahead and just had some Subway sandwich for dinner. It wasn't all that great. Next day, one of my attendees suggested this place. He said it was a place that you'd really enjoy. So I went here. It was an amazing experience. The next day, he told me about another place, and you know what? I didn't care. This place, Wasabi, was amazing. So here we are a year away from that, and I'm up here for possibly my last trip with this particular company. It's actually kind of sad because my favorite place I probably won't get to go to for a very long time. So what's it mean to be engaged? Well, of course, you know how it is in the marriage context, but I'm talking about it in organizational context. To get somebody to be engaged, that is, committed to work, you have to create the conditions of what I call fulfillment. Fulfillment means that you're doing the things that you can as a manager to make sure the workplace is a place people want to be. It's got to take care of people both on the outside and the inside. Conditions have to be good, compensation has to be reasonable, but more than that, people need to feel like they're a part of things, that you're genuinely concerned about them. You do that, you create the conditions that lead to their fulfillment, and they'll be committed. Recently, I read a stat that said that in America, with 100 million people employed, virtually 28% are engaged. That's all. That's not that many. 52% are not engaged. They're there and really body only, and that's about it. 19%, on the other hand, are actively disengaged. Their job is to create misery. As a manager, what can you do to create fulfillment? It starts with really treating people like people. Using your people skills, finding out what people's dreams and goals and aspirations are, aligning them in their work life with those. You do those kinds of things, the engagement will happen. So with that, I'm heading over to Wasabi, and it's going to be the first of my final 3 nights here, so I'm going to enjoy it. Hope that's helpful. Think about what you can do this week to create the conditions of fulfillment, which leads to that engagement. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time on Coffee with a Coach. Bye-bye.